Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Obscure Skills Made Playable. Today we are playing Earthshatter of Prominence. This is the one where you only have one spike. So, there's some downsides to it, but ultimately the skill isn't really that bad. It's fine, right? The playstyle is a little bit different because you do need to either Warcry or you can also use another slam skill. In this case, we also have leap slam. It is also slam skill, which kind of works great because it is our mobility spell. So generally what I do in maps is just use the spikes and then jump on there, which did make me start using my mouse, well, placing my mouse at around the range where my spikes come out, so I can proc them without moving my mouse too much, but still. So let's try running a map. I already did one tier 17. I also failed another one. So when it comes to tier 17s, the build is kind of 50-50. Still need to watch the mods. The damage isn't that crazy, but I did focus a lot on defenses for this build. We have 99% suppression, we have 82 max res, we have a little bit of life. Would be better if it wasn't reserved, right? But regardless, the build is at the very least functional. This is actually perfect. We can run this one. Although the attack block is kind of bad. That's like literally half our damage gone. I don't know. Let's run it. Let's see how it goes. Probably gonna take a while, but gotta showcase the map anyway. So basically, oh yeah, yeah, the blocks are not doing me any favors. 0 damage. Yeah, the blocks aren't great. Oh right, this is an effect on my map as well. 81 block. Let me do something real quick. I didn't really need to port out, but I guess we're doing this. Alright, now we can play, I guess. Hopefully. There's so many mobs. Yeah, alright. Oh, also, one more thing. So for maps, I do recommend Pulverize. For bosses, you should switch to Multi-Strike. For maps, it's just a little bit better, because, more AoE is good. Attack speed isn't that horrible, especially with frenzy charges. I have Blood Rage for maps, so... against bosses, I am also generating frenzy charges with Poacher's Mark, and I have Enhance and Ashes of War, Ashes of the Stars. So the chance to generate charges is, I think, around 15%. Maybe a little bit less actually. No, actually, yeah, it should be around 15% because I also have it linked with Enhance. So we got some stuff going for us. As you can see, our defensive layers are fairly good. The mobs in here, well, they're not dealing much damage because there's like no damage mods on the map, but regardless, the defensive layers are fairly good. It is a little bit annoying, especially with Pulverize, because the spikes go a bit further. To kill close range mobs, kinda need to be a little bit away from them. I mean, the AoE actually does reach like melee range, so you can just jump on the spike. Even if they're melee range, you place the spikes and you jump on the spike, and it should reach where you initially started attacking from. But the build's fine. It's a little bit different, which is cool. probably kill this guy. And of course we're also generating frenzy charges against the rares if we hit them enough times. But you know, for mapping you have Blood Rage, so it's like whatever. So now that we're up against the boss, I'm gonna switch back to multi-strike. It's generally better because also faster attacks help a lot. But this is precisely why I don't like it. Because you are kind of forced to attack in the same place for all the multi-strike hits, right? So it gets a little bit annoying. Also, I really want Dodre to leave so I can kill Melgaro. Okay, I think we should be good. But as you can see, you know, the defensive layers are pretty good. Okay, gonna run around, and we have Onslaught from Perseverance, so we're pretty fast, you know. At least this time the build is fast. Move around pretty fast, so it's easy to dodge the stuff that's coming in from all these bosses. And I can even stand in... I think I can mostly stand in Dodre's AoE attack. It kind of depends a little bit on the position where you're standing, but generally she can't deal enough damage because we've got a lot of defensive layers. And Chaos Rise isn't capped, but Dodre actually deals physical damage, which is kind of weird, but that's how it is. Shav can still kill us with that many hits if we tank everything. I think that attack might be Chaos, I'm not sure. The daggers I think might be Chaos as well. You know, I do jump on the spikes for good measure. I have, if you want to like do some high IQ plays, technically it could be like counting hits, watching yourself Warcry, and then for example Warcry yourself, and then the third time you maybe let the auto exert Warcry proc. You know, there's some stuff going on with the build, but ultimately the build's not that bad. The clear can be a little bit weird because of the spike placement, and right now I missed my my spikes, and it was kind of sad. But yeah, as you can see, the build's fine. Skill itself isn't bad, although I do think that it is probably better to run the skill with poison, believe it or not, because each attack is basically 2 hits, and it's the... I mean, I'm not sure actually, because it says spikes deal more damage. If it affects the poison damage, then for sure poison could be pretty good. But then again, normal shatter with poison, you do have some overlaps as well, so could be pretty good as well. So I did spend a little bit more on this build than I wanted to, but I just felt that, you know, the defensive layer is kind of stacked up real nice. Figured might as well. So let's go over the items. As you can see, every single item is fractured suppress base, and I'm at 99%. Well, here I'm 84, but I also have this, right? So it's plus 15. So I bought the fracture bases, crafted all these myself. The helmet I prepared for poison immunity from, sorry, bleeding immunity from this, and then I was also going to take corrupted immunity, and I can drop the flask, right? But I need more levels, and actually let me do this again. Now that I played with this, I actually don't really need this, but anyway. So you do need a lot of suppress, so everything has to be rare. The defenses are a little bit rough. I am not chaos capped, but with the pot, you know, 70% is not a big deal, especially since we have so many other reductions. This one caps out lightning res, and I crafted both of these with loathing essences. I was preparing for a Herald of Purity, but I couldn't really figure out how to get the rest a couple of percent. So I even bought this instead of the normal Circle of Guilt, I think, because it has 10% extra reserve, but ultimately I couldn't fit it in. I really wanted to, because with both of these, it's around 25% more damage, which is really good, right? But I was just really down bad on resist. As you can see, I'm barely capped, because the suppress on all the gear, and you know, crafted this with the Chaos Essence as well. This one I was using Wrath Essence. This one loathing, and also slapped on some extra reserve. But obviously, if you don't plan to transition into the purity version, you don't really need this. You can get something else, I guess. I'm not sure what. But yeah, these are the items. They're mostly just well rolled, well, kind of well rolled resist items, right? There's no elevated mods, no nothing except for the reservation on these. So the body obviously can be better, right? If I didn't roll life here, I can grab the mastery for max life. But since I did roll a pretty decent life, I figured I'm gonna keep it. But I did want more armor on this. Right now, it's a little bit too low for my liking, especially for maps where it's like increased damage. If this was like 35k, it would be fine, especially since we have a lot of evasion as well. Running all the auras. Where are they? Pride, Grace, Determination, because Perseverance, right? So I kind of need to have both, because Perseverance gives a lot of damage for us. And this is a pretty cool setup that I did over here. I'm getting a lot of value out of Enhance. Mark on hit. Oh, not mark on hit. The Poacher's Mark. Poacher's Mark. Getting frenzy charges, right? Really good. Vulnerability, also good. Well, it doesn't really do anything, but I think it still adds like 100,000 DPS, but whatever. Seismic Cry, cooldown recovery, really good. Auto exertion, more cooldown recovery. And I think the Seismic Cry is on like 2.5-second cooldown or something like that. But we attack a little bit too fast to make use of just one Warcry. So that's why I kind of leap slam myself on the spikes. But yeah, the axe, I did buy this axe for 9 divines. So like I spent a lot of money on this gear in total. This body armor, just the fracture itself was 4 divines, and I think I spent like 2 more crafting it. So in total, on all of this, I spent around 40 divines. Good thing is that, oh yeah, the cluster as well. This was the only cheap cluster. These are very expensive for some reason. This one was 4 divines, and everything else was more expensive. We also need a little bit more mana reservation, so I even grabbed 3. Again, I was preparing for the Herald of Purity. If you don't want to pivot into that, you don't need to. And also I'm kind of running out of slots, because I added the Molten Shell automation as well as Blood Rage, so maybe I can, well, I can in fact just get 2 notable 2 passes instead of 3. Enduring Composure for those endurance charges. I don't want to rely on Enduring Cry alone, right? And yeah, the tree again looks kind of a little bit like Bone Shatter, except you know you don't path over there, you just path over here, because I don't really need Resolute Technique because of the I actually don't even have any accuracy. Like my accuracy is probably pretty bad. Yeah, it's 62%, but once I do hit once, I never miss again. So don't need to worry about accuracy. Of course, this does mean that I can't use Precise Technique, which is really good, right? But I don't know, if you wanna change the tree a little bit, maybe drop some defenses. I don't know. Maybe drop suppression in general, get more armor, and maybe get some more max resist somehow. Actually, you could go with flasks as well. Balbala if you want to, although you can't fit Balbala in here, but maybe some brutal restraint with some flash charges gained and I don't know, figure something out, I guess. But yeah, the tree, a bunch of life, a bunch of impale effect, right? I initially also wanted to take this, but it was like 5% DPS, so I figured I'll just get some more defenses. This also, let's just take this. This is 15% effect, pretty good. We don't need more impale chance, and impale sport, generally pretty good. It's level 17, but other gems are leveled and qualityed, except this one apparently, and this. Well, as usual. But yeah, this is the tree. I think it makes sense. Cluster is pretty expensive. I did initially try to roll it myself, but I got tired of alt spamming. Oh, see, it's even here. So I just gave up and bought it. Here, the rage tree. So, well, the rage, of course, when you get some rage, takes a little while to get it, unless we get hit a bunch of times, then it's pretty fast. But yeah, this is it for the tree, of course. +1 max res, some max res from these, and since I need one more lightning, I got it from here. But yeah, guys, this is the build. Hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe give it a go if it looks interesting, right? And of course, make sure drop a sub so we can make more of these stupid videos. Alright, talk to you later. Bye bye.